Skiva or Adriana Karembe?
Karembe, because it's the fairy tale which is ending up like this, you know.
Is it a fairy tale?
Yes, it's a fairy tale.
Do you ever think of writing a love story where you and Christiane would be the protagonists?
It's on project. She's doing autobiography.
Yeah. She's ahead of me.
No.
I will say nothing anymore.
No. Our life stories are very, very interesting and very different, and in different ways very similar. And I thought it would be nice to share, but.
Why? She started talking too much. You mean that's
why?
No,
no, it's okay.
Have mine, darling. Have mine.
Thank you.
You're welcome. He takes from you, I give you.
Thank you.
I know how she became a model. What's the story behind you? How did you become a football player?
The God came to me and said, "You will be a good."
So you have direct communications with God, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you see Him every day?
Oh, I went to the church every Sunday.
A Greek church?
Yeah.
Which one, so I can tell the fans of Olympiacos to come and
Single
become
Avenue.
religious?
There's one Single Avenue. Sure.
So, how did you become out of intuition? Did you love the sport? Did you play?
Yeah, but I think that I like sport. I love sport, and I begin like athlete first of all, and after I play football like every children, and I succeed in this way. Yeah.
Is it something that you enjoy doing now, or is too much pressure on you? Because I was asking him, he said, football players are like actors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they have to perform, and there is applause when they perform well. There's boo when they perform bad.
Mm-hmm.
But winning, constantly having to win,
Mm-hmm.
is a big pressure on a man.
Big pressure, but also it's a culture. I think that when you have the culture of the victory, it's very easy after. So you need to learn how to win and how to protect this victory every day, and every day and in every performances.
What about losing?
That's
she's
why
better, she's better than I am in this show. So,
no,
honey,
because
you want to come sit here?
I asked you at the beginning. You said no. This is
I said,
my
no
place.
way, because
this is my camera.
it's my camera. This is my chair. This is my show. For Christ's sakes. So go ahead. How about losing?
No,
how does it feel?
Losing, always learn also how to perform again, better and better. So that's why.
Is it bitter when you lose?
No, you can lose in a good way. How you perform, like we did. If I can talk about last game, we performed very well, but we lost. But that's why we can learn about this also.
Do you mean to tell me that if you had a choice of 3 successive matches where you lost all of them, but you performed better and better, you would be happy?
I would be happy in the way that I see my guys, my partner, my teammate reacting in a good way in my philosophy of victory. And after, of course, by the result, I would not be very happy because I cannot lose 9 points, and also because I'm a competitor.
You're a competitor. You're a
yes,
warrior.
I cannot stand losing 3 times. No.
So the heritage of your ancestors, grandparents, that were warriors, has translated to you as a warrior in the football arena, right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Do you feel bad when he loses? When his team loses?
Oh. That's what I wanted to say. May I?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, honey. You don't even have to ask me. Talk for the next 90 minutes.
No, that's what when we met, and that's what really shocked me when he came back from the game. I have to ask him each time, did you lose or did you win, and how did you play? And he would give me all the time the same answer. Yeah, it was okay, and you wouldn't see on his face if he lost or if he win. It's
no
amazing.
Expression.
No, it's the same. He has this balance and this peace.
Yeah, he's a very peaceful inside.
And you wouldn't tell. It's amazing. I thought, okay, they lost the game. Hurricane is coming home, but no, peace.
I would expect from a person that grew up in a cold country to be less expressive in her emotions than a guy who grew up in a very hot country. You are the opposite.
Cold country,
warm heart. Thank you.
Thank you.
So he doesn't tell you anything
And
about
you
his job. He
can't
doesn't
see.
carry the burden of the job home.
No.
Do you? Do you
No.
come back from the fashion show
no.
totally pissed with the people that you work with, saying, they were terrible, this woman treated me like shit?
I don't
and
know,
stuff
maybe
like
tonight she will say something tonight.
About me?
No, you know, it's I'm trying to get information
From him.
It's
Does he do the
hard.
same? Or you're volunteering?
No, I'm proposing and he's refusing all the time. No, it's something doesn't go to him. Fashion is very far away from him, and
But the
it's
thing
very,
is,
very
when we are
masculine.
home,
Fashion is it's a girl thing.
But to me, the fashion world is very similar to the football world.
Yeah, links.
There is
there are
kicks, there is injuries, if not bodily injuries, at least mental injuries. There's bad people, good people, and there's always about winning, isn't it? I mean,
winning,
you
there
are in a
are
race
funds.
also.
There are funds. That's why we have this. Even before we had very similar lifestyles, and that's why probably we understand each other because we live it, and it's quite similar, and we know what is it about. That's why we are not really jealous about people who are. I am not people standing in front of stadium and trying to touch everything, and
Especially if they're women, but there are not that
Yeah,
many women.
because
Football has
I
more
went
male
through
fans,
it.
doesn't it? Women like him because he's good looking, not because he's a football player. I know that. My daughter told me that.
well, it doesn't matter. They still like him. See,
But you don't have to be jealous about men liking him.
I am not, because I understand. Because I had quite similar thing in my job. But if I would work in a bank, I don't know how I would support
Oh, I would come and do all my deposits with you. That's for sure. What will you do when you're fat and old?
I would be happy. I just imagine
Do you want to
him.
be?
It's not I want to be fat.
No, but do you want to eat freely, regardless of whether you're going to be
No,
fat?
I don't have this really big barrier. Like I'm not keeping myself.
You're not on a diet?
Because I wouldn't live my life. I live my life. I live
And you
it
don't get
every
fat?
day. Everybody gets fat. Well, almost. There is a control, of course, but it's not something enormous. But I want
Christian, be
to
honest
see
with
him
me.
fat.
Is she on a diet?
if she's
Does
on
she
diet,
eat maruli all day long?
No,
or
she's-
What is
like this?
maruli?
Maruli is lettuce.
she's
Yeah.
vegetarian, so it's okay.
You're vegetarian, honey?
I tried to follow her and I lost many kilos, so I stopped.
You cannot. You're not allowed to lose
Yeah,
too
he's
many.
That's
not
why, yeah.
allowed.
Otherwise, the wind will blow you out of the arena. Is in your first years in modeling, were you under strict rules of what to do, how to look? Did you feel oppressed by the fashion world that tried to shape you up and model you after somebody else's image?
There were rules, and there were some rules I had to follow to learn, and to learn about the job, learn about myself, and I appreciate that I followed. But then you cannot follow every rule people gives you. You just would go nowhere. But certain directions, you know, when you are a model, you have to know that when you go to the job, you have to be in a perfect shape, whatever, everywhere.
Oh, absolutely.
And this
They
is the rule you
scrutinize
have to.
with
It's the
with
rule you have to
magnifying
follow.
glasses. Do you have hair on your arms? Do you have a little mustache?
See, this is the rule you have to follow if you want to do this job.
But there is a lot of stuff that we hear about the fashion world. Models that want to stay thin, that do a lot of cocaine. Is it true or is it just a legend?
It's true, as it's true that cocaine and drugs are everywhere.
Oh
And
yeah.
because
Cut.
no, I don't
I don't
mind.
know. Are there
And-
drugs in the football world?
No, because there is a test.
Yes.
Who's gonna test you for a drug?
Nobody.
Nobody.
But even if they did, I would be clean. I promise you. I never tried it.
See, me neither. But you know, is when you ask me, I try to answer. The drugs are everywhere, and why people concentrate on a fashion business?
Only because the light
light
of
is there. It's a
publicity is
spotlight.
more on the sports and the fashion
It's
business
spotlight,
and
and
television.
also young girls are involved, and that's why it
Very
hurts.
easy targets.
It hurts to see that, because they are 16, and it's really terrible. What might happen?
Yet, I don't know what we would do without the fashion world and the television world and the entertainment world, those worlds that have been labeled by societies, not so liberal, as being, you know, the bad business. the bad in the business didn't touch you. You look to me like a solid lady that has a good brain, regardless of where this brain is, 1.84 centimeters from the surface of the earth. It didn't change you, did it?
It didn't. I was very lucky. I don't know if it was me or if it was influence of my parents. I started with a certain education already. I was 21. And
so you came in late to be affected.
So I wasn't 16, and I think it makes quite a difference. You can make, I hope, responsible decisions at that age.
Καλές ευχές για γλυκό και σκανδαλισμένο υπόλοιπο της νύχτας και όνειρα νόστιμα και παιχνιδιάρικα.